and welcome back to another video about Honkai Impact. Today we are going to continue with the third and probably last chapter of Lantern Against Shadows. And yeah, 2 more of these purge coupons. And we have 7 stages again and 2 cutscene stages, I would call them. So yeah, but for now we are going to just continue, and this chest chips, I'm going to keep them until I need them to upgrade in character to continue the story. So yeah, let us begin. Dry character, Lantern, the best that could happen. And yeah, let's go. The journey in the box of memories and time culminated, and Coralie and Helia, without realizing it, were fully immersed in their roles. As sudden as the falling of dusk, the situation became topsy-turvy. The shadow calamity broke out in the house of a man named Kara. The last guardian of that house was a teddy bear named KG by his daughter. The giant bear let out only a whimper as the light faded, followed by a violent knocking on the door. At that moment, the shadows involved the entire courtyard in darkness, as if dawn would never come again. Phew, that's the best I can do, Lantern-senpai. That's enough. Did Debbie really create that huge bear cage via fabricated chest? I inferred so. When the shadows barged in, the bear became to glow in her arms like a fabricated chest that's activating. And then the giant bear appeared. And if what you're saying is true, then it's highly likely that fabricated chest is among the Lantern organization's items that Carver collected. I saw it with my own eyes. It's definitely the Lantern organization's. Maybe he's been the one attacking the organization? No way. Even my weakest colleagues could take him down. Besides, if he's just after money, why would he want to make enemies with Lantern? It's more plausible that he came across them on Twistle Street. But even if he did pick up fabricated chests, he wouldn't know how to use it, let alone Debbie. Try to have an open mind. I mean, I learned how to use it on my own. If everyone was as receptive as you, I would need to run around Ning Q all day. I don't understand how she's able to use fabricated chairs, but I have a feeling it has to do with that teddy bear. If it's able to transform into that, then maybe it already fought shadows on Twistle Street to help Carver escape. It was so badly damaged that I couldn't take on any shadows now. The entity created by fabricated chests wouldn't be hurt by any damage the real bear sustains, unless the user thinks that's how it should be. After all, Debbie is just a child. As I understand it, fabricated chess is powered by the sheer mystery over memory and imagination. If we assume Debbie relies on how she imagines her toy bear to be when using fabricated chess, it will reflect that her bear is worn out. That makes sense. Now that I think about it, maybe that's why the shadow calamity broke out so suddenly. The shadows weren't as strong when we first arrived. It was after Lantern-senpai handed her the bear that things began to spin out of control, because she thought her teddy bear was damaged beyond repair. At that time she had a frightened look on her face, and that's when the monsters appeared. But if Debbie's fear comes from her teddy bear, shouldn't the shadow calamity occur the moment she realized it was missing? Why did it only happen after we found it? Who knows? Fear can be unpredictable. Wasn't that what you said? In the eyes of an innocent child, what adults take for granted may be the most important thing in their life. If she lost it, there's still a chance it'd be found in one piece, but when she saw it badly damaged, it was all over. The teddy bear is very important to her, no doubt. As for why, we have to ask her. Come on, let's go save them. It's what we came here for. Wait. What now? We're in a hurry, Lantern. This is for you, Helia. Lantern took out a chess piece. It was the statue of a candy resembling her. This is a chess piece of mine. I believe now you have the ability to command it. It should come in handy. Thank you for trusting me. I put it to good use. Candy, cute. I didn't expect something like this from you, Miss Lantern. You talk too much. Alright, that's enough then. Let's go save them. Yeah, Curly really talks a bit much. Okay. Yeah, let's make her a bit stronger. That could help. And another lantern. Let's make her upgrade that. And next one. Since it only are 2 waves, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, sharp blade and a chest. 2 fuses. Perfect. Yes. And that too. And a level 3 weapon. This one again. And with that, wave 2 finished and 1. And new commander Lantern unlocked. That was a fast round. So let's continue. And I need to upgrade her. Okay. After taking down the shadows at the entrance, everyone entered the house to see Karo and his wife both caught up in a cabinet with troubled faces. Are you okay? She just passed out. She's fine. And Debbie? The monsters were after her. Katie protected her and took her to the backyard. I'm sorry. It's our fault. We let the shadows get jump on us. No, the fault is all mine. I'm the one who failed to keep Debbie safe. If only I worked harder and got my family out here sooner. Calm down. This is exactly how the shadows want you to feel. Get a hold of yourself. Don't let your fear feed them. You're right. I shouldn't be afraid. I shouldn't be. To fix this shadow calamity, I have a few questions for you. You've been frequenting Twisted Street to recover the items belonging to the Lantern organization, correct? We found your stuff. A lot of it belongs to the Lantern organization. I didn't mean to. My employer told me to recover them, and so I did. And your employer told you when and where to recover them? Right, I was just following orders. Which means this employer of yours knows Lantern's movements. Could this person be the one who attacked the members? We talk about that later. Kara, did you see a special chess piece among what you recovered? Yes, and my employer seems to like it especially. It wasn't included in any rewards. a collector told me if I could bring in peace to her, she'd give me something to keep my family safe. So I snuck one out for myself. I'm sorry. I took what's yours. And what you stole was KG, wasn't it? Right. She told me as long as we put the teddy bear by our side and believe it will protect us, it hold back the shadows. So I handed it over to my daughter. I didn't know what it was for, but before the shadow calamity, no shadows had ever come inside. You mean this is the first time you've seen KG in fabricated chest form? Yes, I didn't think it'd actually be our guardian angel. It's my fault for losing it. But if I know it was in my bag, I wouldn't have dropped it. Perhaps the bee thought her home was safe, so she didn't need KG, and now, with the shadows breaking in and KG falling apart, she looks terrified. That collector, it all makes sense. She is capable of making a child unknowingly use fabricated shells. I bet she hid the piece you gave her in the beer. You should have told us this earlier. Because the client told me not to tell anyone about this, especially from the London organization. And I was worried the London organization would retaliate if news got out, so is our organization's reputation really that bad? Are we that extreme? You're the one who should be reflecting on this. Please save her. I know you've made a mistake, but it's not my family's fault, just mine. You can do whatever you want with me, but I'm begging you. Please save my daughter. Don't worry, we're here to deal with the shadow calamity, so we see it to the end. Don't sweat it, this isn't your fault. The shadows are using Debbie's fear, that's what got us here. We bring her back. Before then, just keep calm. Landon stopped talking and walked straight towards the backyard. She sure is reliable. Even without proof, you just know she's someone who sticks to her word. Yeah, we better tag along. Okay. Oh, now we can continue. 6 waves. Okay. More and more waves. That hurt. Let's fuse this too. It would be nice if I got at least one landon thing or something like that. And yeah, something like this. And one. First one wave finished. And 2 fusing. Well, another burning tree. I need another lantern, if possible. I don't really have luck right now. Why do I only get this shit? That really doesn't help. Defeat the enemies. Let's use that. And then half this. The weapons. got a glowing little. Not that this helps. Especially more, but yes, that's perfect. And this one is the highest level, so that should deal a bit more damage if possible. Yeah, no. With that bad luck, I can't really. How am I supposed to win this? If all I get is completely miserable things. Okay, one more level. Yes. No, I want to restart so that I have my new. Yes, that's what I want. Okay. I need a chess piece that lets me heal myself. But nothing. Yep. No, no. Oh, this one. I need something to heal. Spawn thing could be useful. Yes. Okay, and another land home. Still nothing to hear though. Let's take this and make her stronger. That's getting something to heal. Which really is bad. Oh, this one is already going better than the last one. I want something to heal. Should I just take this? If I would just get something to heal, it would make life a lot easier. Thank you. Finally. Let's just take a second then. Go back this to and this one. This one seems to be this one right now. If I would just get this stupid chess. I need healing, not damage. Damage doesn't allow me to win a bet against that many enemies. Why don't I just get this stupid? I just need a thing. Thankfully. Makes it a lot easier. You're done here, and you all? All finished, the road is clear. The group headed down the road to where shadows gathered. Is the shadow calamity really caused by one little girl's fear? It seems like a lot. I always thought the younger you were, the less things you were afraid of. You believe what Song Yu told you? Pretty sure it was you who raised the first. Fear and age have nothing to do with each other. Children are more easily overpowered by fear because they don't have a clear understanding of the world around them. Pushing open the door, they finally reach the backyard. The uncannily familiar figures were standing in the center. Is that Carver and his wife? What are they doing here? Where's Debbie? No, they're clones, created by fabricated chess. But they don't look useful in battle. I think this is also a self-defense mechanism, to prevent the shadows from finding her. She subconsciously created everything she could think of. Let's go have a look. Business hasn't improved this month either. Things aren't looking good lately. I heard that monsters are coming. Everyone is stockpiling and preparing to move away. It's all my fault. You're forced to shorter this step because of me. My health. Don't say that. I think of something. I already have planned to sell this shop and the empty house. We save unnecessary expenses this way. I've talked to the shop owner, Mr. Chia from the West Street. He's willing to introduce me to a decent gig whose earnings should be enough to sustain us. You're going to work for someone else? Would that be appropriate? It's alright, as long as we're together as a family, I can do anything. Take care of Debbie. She's still young. We shouldn't burden her with our current situation. Fabricated chess produces the user's memories. According to that conversation, this must be from when Carver's family began to fall apart. But Debbie isn't present. Why did this appear in her memories? Not only do this involved have these memories, but witnesses do too. I'm afraid that she's been eavesdropping on her parents since then. She was aware of her family's situation from the beginning. To a child, such problems are all too real. Perhaps these are where her fear stems from. Let's continue investigating. She's nearby. I can finally play Lantern for the first time. That was it. Are you going to do that again? That place is too dangerous. It's alright, the client pays generously. It's worth some minor injuries. But if you get caught... Don't worry, I'll be careful. I won't be discovered by the Lantern organization. Alright then. Monsters have appeared in the vicinity again. Be careful. Don't be afraid. As long as we're not afraid of them, they won't dare to come in. Well, as long as you're around, I don't care what happens to me. I'm just worried about Debbie. I understand. It'll be fine. I'll protect her, no matter what happens. I won't let her get hurt. I trust you. No, go spend some time with her. She refuses to sleep unless you're home. Alright. The recording stops abruptly, and the two shadows crumble like soil. Huh, it ended just like that? Because the memories of those involved were interrupted then, and we mentioned the Lantern organization. I'm afraid this is when he began recovering Lantern's tools. On the other hand, Debbie has been looking out of her window in anticipation of her father's return. She heard all this and developed a fear toward Lantern. That's why she panicked when we arrived. It seems like we catalyzed the Shadow Calamity. The Lantern organization is villainous. It can't be helped. We can only prove that we're here to help her through action. Let's continue. Once upon a time, there was a princess who lived in a castle. Every time she went to sleep, a beast hidden in the night would appear and transform her dreams into nightmares. That's scary. At this time, a brave knight, Little Bear Keiji, appeared. It held a flaming torch in its hand and shouted, "Stop right there, you terrible beast. Nobody can disrupt the princess in her sleep under my watch." Then the beast scurried away. The princess returned to her sweet dreams. Wow, Kenji is so strong, just like Papa. As long as Papa is around, I sleep tight. Then go to sleep, my little princess. I always be here to protect you. Okay. Papa. What's wrong? Papa is right here. Papa, can you come home early from now on? When you're not home, I feel worried. About what? I'm worried there are scary monsters out there. That's why you always hurt. Don't worry. There are no monsters outside. I'm only hurt because I was careless at work. And even if there were monsters around, I'm not afraid. Papa is the strongest. Really? Of course. When have I ever lied to you? Rest assured I'll be fine. I promise that I come home earlier next time, but when I'm not home, you have to stay inside and listen to Mama. Alright? Don't think too much. Alright, I'll be good. When Papa isn't home, I wait in the room. This was when Kava was telling Debbie a bedtime story. A clever approach, if she's willing to believe that her reality was the same as the story with a knight to protect her, she have the courage to confront the dark night. But things never go as planned in reality. Due to the heavy workload, Kava always returned home late, and that courage has almost dissipated by now. No, it hasn't dissipated. I feel something protecting her. Hurry up, she's right here. We finally found her. Shadows had surrounded Debbie and ignored their arrival. They danced like black flames. The last barrier that stood between the shadows and Debbie was a weak teddy bear. Keiji, is still night out there, right? That's Keiji, it's been protecting her. That's why the shadows can't harm her. If morning doesn't come, Papa won't leave. I don't want Papa to leave. Debbie, don't be afraid. Your father's fine. Stay away from me. You want to take Papa away. She looks afraid of us, probably because of the earlier stereotyping. That's why I told Mr. Lantern to be more gentle. Look at how you've scared her. This has nothing to do with me. Debbie, come here. We're here to help you. Come, let's look for your father together. No, I don't want to leave. It's scary outside. She's not going to last much longer. There are too many shadows. We got to hurry. Lantern swiftly fired and eliminated several shadow monsters, but soon after more appeared and rushed toward Debbie for a more furious attack. Why does she become more afraid when I shoot the shadows? No, she's not just afraid of the shadow monsters, but them disappearing as well. Why is that? Oh no, she's going to be devoured by the shadows. Keiji. The shadows grew more rampant, and Keiji finally used its last ounce of strength. Just as it was about to be torn apart, a chest grew taut. A chest piece shot out from its chest and landed at her feet. It wants to give us this chest piece. It wants to give this chest piece to us? Or is it trying to tell us something? Kuri reached out and picked up the chess piece. The moment she touched it, the memory seed within appeared before everyone's eyes. And the next one, a trial stage, thankfully only 2 waves. Papa, you have another cut on your face. It was a small accident. I'm okay. More importantly, look at this, Debbie. Papa bought you a gift today. Wow, it's teddy bear. Do you still remember the story that Papa told you before? The brave knight Keiji will protect the princess from the beasts every night. This is Keiji. When Papa isn't home during the date, it will protect you. Keiji, are you very strong? Of course, Princess Debbie. Let me protect you. Alright, Keiji. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you too. After that, with Keiji by her side, the girl slept soundly every night. Then an illusion of a giant teddy bear floated above the house, blocking out all the monsters lurking in the darkness. Until one day at dawn, the girl secretly stuffed the teddy bear into her father's bag. Keiji, can you help me protect Papa? Papa's walking is really dangerous, and I don't want him to get hurt anymore. Kawa used Keiji to act as the knight from the story, in hopes that Debbie would believe that someone would always protect her. And because Debbie believed in that story, the teddy bear became the source of her courage. She's no longer scared of the shadows, and the fabricated chest inside Keiji made it the silent guardian of this house. But everything changed because she gave the teddy bear to her father. Hoping that the teddy bear would become her father's knight, Debbie gave Keiji to Kawa. However, the shadow calamity and Twisted Street was far too strong, or Keiji was too far away from Debbie. It was destroyed by the shadow monsters there. In a way, Debbie was the one who saved Kawa. But from Debbie's perspective, Keiji lost to the monsters. Her father returned home heavily wounded, and the undefeated guardian no longer existed. Her life seemed unsafe again. Rather than saying fabricated chest secretly protected the family, it was Keiji that stopped Debbie from fearing the future. Then the fairy tale about Keiji proved to be false. She understood that this world was a perilous one. Therefore her father was constantly exposed to danger during work. Suddenly a weak yet sincere voice was heard from the thick shadow fog. Keiji died. The monster outside have killed it. The monsters that looked like shadows, like the talking foxes, singing birds, and dancing rabbits and fairy tales, they truly exist. It's scary outside, so can Papa stay home? That's right, that's what Debbie is scared of. When Debbie realized that Keiji was destroyed by shadow monsters, the source of her courage crumbled away too. The monsters from the story had stormed into her reality, and the knight was powerless against them. This proved that her worries for her father were warranted too. When the truth hidden from her was laid bare before her eyes, these fairy tales ironically amplified her horror fantasies, for she could not perceive reality as it was. That's why the shadows wove an endless night here. If her father didn't go to work at night, he wouldn't get hurt. But that would mean all his efforts were in vain. Kawa gave his all to sustain the family and came up with that story to protect his daughter. Debbie did this because she worried about her father. In the end, all this became the cause of a shadow calamity. Have they all done something wrong? I know it feels terrible, but in Langview, everyone has to learn to face the truth. Lantern was surprisingly empathetic as she patted Tilia on the shoulder. Unknown calamities came into our lives at some point. These calamities could destroy our future any time. We live in fear every day, but not because of the calamities. We fear that an accident could happen tomorrow and devastate our lives. I understand how you feel. It's like having a work report due to next morning and you're too anxious to sleep the night before. That's definitely not the same. The more you try to escape, the closer it will be when you look back. The more you try to win against it, the stronger the pain of defeat. But even if reality never goes as planned, we cannot give up. We must do something. Because that is the only chance we have to prove that our effort can make a difference. That's right, as long as we can dispel its darkness, Debbie will also understand that the world outside isn't that scary. When the sun rises, Baba will have to leave again. So I wish the night would last longer. As Debbie uttered weakly, the sky darkened further. We need to hurry. The longer we take, the more dangerous it will be for Debbie. Let's give it our all. After all that loading, we can finally play my trump card. Here, use that fabricated chest we just obtained. Let's inherit Keiichi's will and protect this girl. Trump card? Don't tell me. In the face of the teddy bear crisis, the one to turn the tides is without doubt the commander revered by all, and the creator of Dream Worlds, the great Bronya. Yeah. The creator of an idea, Bronya, has joined us, the member of the Common Reliable Assistant. Okay. Let's go. They are strong. That was way too easy. Unlock the new commander. We get closer. And upgrade that. And let's start. Come forth. Julia swung her hammer and smashed the fat shadow fog that surrounded Debbie. There were even more shadow monsters inside, and among them was a gigantic teddy bear, like a marionette. It was lifted by numerous black threads. The black shadows surged into its body and it began to swell. Keiichi, are you still there? Are you still protecting this night? The sly shadows, they're hiding inside Keiichi. They're gathering like they're fusing. Oh, this isn't something that a newbie can handle. Indeed, this is far beyond a mission suitable for teaching rookies. I have to navigate with the organization for compensation. This is uncanny. We can't leave these monsters growing in it. We have to get rid of it now. No, don't take my night away. Keiichi, protect me. He has stepped forward, but the shadow abruptly grew stronger. When I go closer, the shadows become stronger. She's still afraid of us. She's afraid of daytime, because her father would leave for dangerous work. And the shadows are taking advantage of her fear to create an everlasting night. They even morphed into the night of her dreams to earn her trust. And the sky obscured by shadows above us makes for the night she longs for. If you look at it way, the shadows are the ones who can fulfill her wish. This may sound inappropriate, but we are the villains now. But the night granted by shadows isn't the safe night she wishes for. It is a calamity that will ruin her life. We must do something. Once the night ends, Papa will be hurt again. Wait, if she's only worried about her father, let's get Kava over here and have him promise that he won't ever leave again. Wouldn't that work? Putting aside the feasibility of that plan, we're only moving her to a different cage. Debbie's fear stems from tomorrow's unknown, from her fear of the monsters outside. That's why she wants to remain in this night forever. But we have no other choice then. Let's kill them all. Huh? What do you mean? I said let's kill all the shadows here. Starting from the outermost layer, we'll kill every single one of them. Hey now, don't be impulsive. These monsters are eventually stealing for time until that thing has fully taken form. We can't waste our time on mobs. It's better to find a way to quell Debbie's fear. Since the night of her dream has been defeated, she's afraid that she'll lose her current life when day breaks. Then I have to prove that however deep the night may be, there's always a ray of light to bring her father home. Landon pulled out a dagger, and countless monsters rushed towards the few of them. Having witnessed all kinds of fear, she already understood the current situation. She never had a second way. This was not the only way, but it was something she could do. If you're scared, keep your distance. Senpai, I see now. You want Debbie to understand that shadows aren't that scary. We help you too. That's right. You think we be scared? Don't look down on us. You should explain yourself clearly to begin with. But this calamity is beyond what the three of us can handle, and I'm not an official member of the Lantern organization, so I have to ask. If I get hurt, do I get to claim workers' compensation? Unfortunately, probably not. Forget you. The organization rarely pays for my medical bills, and because I'm in debt, I can't give you guys any practical remuneration either. If you can accept these conditions, let's get moving. Yeah, okay. Okay, and we have 6 rounds overall. Let's just start with that for now. And get the bond. Stop. No. Stick this. And more regular enemies. Yes. Giant robot. And an Albornia that can be fused. Here was this and this one. Up until now it still is going pretty good. That's the one I wanted. Let's take that one. And another Bornia. Mechanical arm and a heavy employer. No. Okay. I have no. Not only one. Not once. So new character also is good. And Ponyo is now maximum level. Let's take this note. Just so I can upgrade it and give a boost. And wave 5 finished. And enemy. And new character. Let's see if I find another new character. It's worth a try. No. And just let's take her and fuse her together. More fusing. Round 1. And new chess piece. And from what it seems like, now the final world boss. Final boss. Giant teddy bear. And of course we use her. She's the strongest right now. She's the closest to level 16. Lantern's blade sliced another monster apart. Covered in wounds, the group finally reached Debbie again. Before them was a huge monster residing in a teddy bear. It greatly absorbed the girl's fear as it grew bigger and bigger. The teddy bear pulled the crying girl into its body. The once starlit sky also lost its last silver of light. This wasn't a natural night, but a night of fears, just like the legend that describes the connection between the shadows and fears. Shadows originated from human fear. Fear creates shadows, and shadows spread fear. One grows another, and together they are a catastrophe. This thing before us is the culprit. It disguises itself as Kaichi, but it wants to imprison Debbie in fear internally. Lantern Senpai, are you right? We can handle the thing first. You should take a break. Do we really have to ask? Even if she has to sacrifice herself, she won't stop. You know me well. Endless battles, endless shadows, endless fears. She might not be able to defeat these monsters manifested from fears every time, but she had never shown a hint of weakness to the shadows at any time. Although she did not always win, she still showed others that even shadows had their own fears, could be defeated and would eventually come to an end. Since ancient times, humans believed that the light from lanterns could drive away the darkness of the night. Right now, allow me to become that lantern. Now she gets serious from the looks of it. And thankfully a healing chest, if I see it correctly. And then let's just take this for her. one finished. Let's take this one. Let's take her. Let's take the employer and use that. And so I guess it's that one. Yes, perfect. 16% heal. Need as much heal as I can. Saving Sandrina. Already makes her a bit stronger. Yes, yes. And the next one finished. I would like another of them. Next. Henry 4 completed. And now the girls are coming back. Definitely want to be maximum strength. When let's take this one. This go away. Almost. And something new. took one of them. Yes, perfect. That hurt. Defeated. Wave 7, I think. Take this. Yes, exactly wave 7. And freeze down. And another freeze down. And this one also upgraded. Stronger and stronger. Let's take another one for. Get the cows away. And then I'll land on. Okay, so I have a time limit to defeat that thing. Good to know. Yeah, let's do this one with Kiana first and hope that I can defeat it afterwards. Also again in a short time lapse. Technically, I could play Endless Nightmare now. Yeah. Oder Endless Night. No. Okay. Not that it would matter. So probably won't be doing it. But I'm going to sweep this 2 times. So let's try it again. Yeah, let's start from this stage again. Maybe this time I have a bit more luck. I want this. This one. That helped. Let's stick out of it again. Why don't aim do damage anymore? Damage? What am I supposed to do with that? And that was it again. Why are they only attacking the things that they aren't supposed to attack? I need to attack this and not the shield guy. Treasure chest can be removed. Oh no, wrong name. Why is it out again? I only attack the other things, not the ones that are supposed to attack. It's already gotten bigger and they still attack this stupid thing with a shield. It took almost no damage this round again. Yeah, now it took damage again, but lose more and more space. And that was it again, since it again attacked things that shouldn't attack. Or isn't supposed to attack. Sad. Almost. Had it almost. If they would just attack the teddy bear and not all the other things that are standing around me, I would maybe had a better chance. Remove. Don't need this chest right now. Anyway. It took no damage. That one was completely useless. How am I supposed to defeat this thing if it can't take any damage? Because always the stupidness, they attack everything else except the teddy bear. Why is that cow out again? I don't need this stupid cow. Victory. A calamity attracted by fear. A fake guardian that has dropped its disguise. A delusional attempt to trap that child. The light grew more intense and broke through the pitch-black shadows as a flare. You're alright now. Come, look around you. Miss, your hair is glowing. It's beautiful. I want you to look at the shadows. Shadows? Yes, they are so called monsters outside your house. Home. Oh, they're so scary. There's no need to be afraid, they won't dare to come over. The furious shadows refused to give up and tried to take the girl from her hands, but retreated as soon as they touched the borders of light. Amazing, the shadows dare not approach that light. No, it's not the light they don't dare not approach, but lantern. The glow around her body serves as an impassable cordon for the shadows. Do you see this? They are not monsters that come out of thin air, nor undefeatable ghosts. When you muster up the courage to confront them, they are the ones who should be scared. Oh, I'm not afraid of them. I want to be brave, just like you, Mist. They will never dare to come near me. Just like in Papa's story, in the distant past, people would always light up lanterns to drive away the fear in the shadows. Miss, are you a lantern? I just happen to be able to glow. Everything's over now. Let's go. I'll bring you to your Papa and Mama. Senpai, are you alright? Most of the savage shadows have retreated. The remaining ones are just weak lackeys that wouldn't dare to come closer. I'm fine. Well done. Debbie. Papa, I'm alright. That lady saved me. Oh, thank you so much. Kava, can you leave your daughter with her mother for now? There are still some things that we need to your cooperation with. I understand. Kava looked troubled, but he ultimately made a decision. Papa? Don't worry, Debbie. Papa will only be gone for a short while. Let's go. It won't take up much of your time. This boss was so fucking annoying. Why did it need to be that strong? Now let's talk about you. Sorry, it wasn't right of me to hide these chess pieces. I really am sorry. Just as I said before, I'm willing to take any punishment, but please spare my family. No, that's not what I wanted to ask. Previously, you said that you were commissioned to recover the Lantern Organization's tools. Do you remember what the client looks like? How they look like? I'm not sure who's the real client, because the person I speak to changes every time. But they have something in common. They have the same mark that you guys have on their bodies. The same mark? You mean they're also part of the organization? That makes sense. Only insiders would know the whereabouts of the organization members. Probably. That's why I always rather alarmed when I saw you guys for the first time. I was afraid that you had discovered what I was doing and came looking for me. But why would the Lantern Organization look for you? I don't know about that either. Can you describe how these people look like? And so Cameron gave a simple description of these few people. I can only remember so much. Is there something wrong, Lantern Senpai? If what he said is true, then these people who commissioned you were organization members who had been attacked before. Motive aside, most of them are still hospitalized. They shouldn't be able to meet him. Senpai, do you still remember our mission report? These members were also attacked by people who couldn't possibly be there. Do you think the people who attacked them are the ones who commissioned Kava? But how did they disguise themselves as others, or create clones that look like others? We have been doing that, haven't we? A tool that can create clones. The fabricated chess. In this case, this complicates things. We don't have many clues right now, so we can only decide after we report that to the organization when this mission ends. Before that, let's finish up everything left to do here. Curly, help Carver settle back with his family. Here, follow me to check for any remaining shadows in the area. Okay. and the last real stage, which is fighting. Thankfully. No more chess. That's about it. The shadows here have all been cleaned up. So in the end, this all happened because Carver gave the teddy bear Keiichi to Debbie in hopes that it could be a pillar of support for her. And when we brought back the tethered teddy, the undefeatable guardian in her heart had disappeared. So shadows were attracted to this intensified fear. When these monsters appeared before her eyes, it was as if all her nightmares had come true. This made her even more fearful, leading to the eruption of a shadow calamity. If Kara had helped Debbie understand shadows correctly in the first place, this calamity wouldn't have gotten so severe. But to a child, the true nature of a shadow is no different from that of a monster. Indeed. But now she won't be as afraid as she was before. Shadows exist in this world, but so do people who can kill them. After you've learned that shadows are not invincible, they're nothing to be scared of. Just as she said herself, you already lit a lantern in her dark night. Flattery won't get you anywhere. I still evaluate your performance on this task objectively. That's alright. I think I did a good job. But I'm very curious. Do you really have nothing that you're afraid of? You do such risky work after all. Not only are you constantly in danger, your comrades could leave you anytime. Have you ever thought that the people you might all leave one day and the organization that you fight for would be nothing more than an empty title? What nonsense. In my line of work, we should be prepared to put our lives on the line. As for the organization, as long as shadows exist, London will never be extinguished. If I must name something scary, that would be how the organization hasn't issued my salary yet. So that's how you perceive things. You seem to find great interest in my perspective, talking about it our entire way here. Is there a special reason? If I said it's because I wanted to be able to defeat you one day? Defeat me? Yes, to defeat someone as strong as you, who is one of my career goals. It's reasonable. Then give it a shot and show me what you can do. Huh? I wasn't serious. If you're going to spar, we do it another day. You've already exhausted yourself today, and I don't want to take advantage of that. Shut up. Guns out. Lantern waste her gun. Forget it, there's really no need for this. I said, guns out. Senpai, are you serious? Lantern kept her gun up, and her expression clearly showed that she wasn't joking around. Looks like she's serious. I got it. I look forward to learning from you. That wasn't planned. After an intense battle, the two who used guns and crossbows fixed their last shot simultaneously. Senpai, this is enough. Considering your injuries, let's end this as a tie. Don't call me Senpai. You're not with the organization. How can that be? I just joined Lantern not long ago. Senpai, what are you trying to say? Hey, yeah, you're a bad liar. You're much more intuitive than regular people, organized and efficient in combat. In fact, you're already undergone professional training. You're experienced in handling emergencies, civilian responses, and disaster relief. This isn't a standard for a rookie. And that suspicious victim Both of you followed me with a motive in mind. Did you know from the beginning? Actually, that colleague was mumbling your name when she woke up. From then I began to suspect that the two of you were already acquainted. Subsequently, the two of you performed much better than I expected. To be it against the shadows or Lantern, it's inevitable that you know too much. And after our spar, I'm even more certain your combat abilities cannot be possibly come from Lantern. In fact, they don't belong to Languir. Who are you, and why did you approach me? Silence only makes you more suspicious. My patience is limited, and you best give an answer right now. Senpai, it's true that I came with on purpose, but I wasn't completely lying. At least I was honest when I said I wanted to find a way to defeat you. You might not believe me, but one day in the future you will try to hunt me down, and no matter what I do, I won't be able to escape from you. If I have my eyes on you, then you must be an accomplice to the shadows. Accomplice to the shadows? Maybe you thought so then. I can only say that there was a misunderstanding between us, but I'm sure you won't believe me. Nothing we say will convince you otherwise. But after this mission, I think I understand your persistence. You don't care about yourself and tendlessly eliminate your enemies. You don't even flatten the face of death, all because you really hate shadows, don't you? Mysterious monsters that appeared out of nowhere had wreaked havoc in your daily life. Anyone would want to get rid of such calamities, but not everyone can do so. That's why you're so dedicated to your work. Whenever a disaster starts to sprout, you take action right away, because you want to resist against the tyrannical evil that exists in this world. Only when you fight do you feel that the evil in your sight and everything is within your control. And that's precisely why you never truly submit to fear. You become fear's enemy, so the Lantern will never extinguish. And so, is that all you want to say? That's all. Whether you believe it or not, I'm no villain. I don't hold any ill intentions against you. Everything I did was to ensure that we get along in the future. Lantern's bullet accurately pierced through Hilya's shoulder. From their battle, she could ascertain that Hilya was not related to the incidents where organization members were attacked, but that didn't mean she believed her explanation either. Senpai, this doesn't mean that I trust you. I just can't get rid of you purely because you want to defeat me. And if that what you said is true, the future me should be the one aiming at you. I'm not as complex as you think. I just want to do my job well. Since you've gotten the answer you wanted, I've completed my mission. This is where we part ways. But remember, if there is a next time, I won't miss. Lantern spoke no further. She crumpled the lollipop wrapper, stuffed it into her pocket, and gently reloaded her gun. Then she slowly walked toward the shadow where the rising sun could not shine. Next time. Phew, Debbie and Carver have set it down. What about that senpai of yours? She left. And you look like you can bear it, what? That's not it. I'm just wondering if everything seems a little too weird. Weird, what is? The problem has already been solved. That's exactly it. The problem has been solved, but it feels like it ended all too quickly. The final conclusion is that a little girl's deepest fear had caused a disastrous shadow calamity. But along the way we met many people. Pleasure, deception, onion, gadgets, and destruction. Many shoes were caught up in this, but most of them barely played a part in this. You're right, everything including Carver's experience fits perfectly in place. This makes it all seem proposally fully designed. How uncomfortable. Yes, and we were supposed to investigate the incident where Lantern organization members were attacked, but now everything has been resolved. You never saw any shadows that manifest themselves as humans either. Is everything really resolved? Before anyone realized, the ray of determined light that had ventured back into the shadows returned for some reason. Do you need something? Oh, I know. You forgot to take the chest box. Wait, Golly, something is wrong. You're not Lantern Senpai. Who are you? The person before them responded with her gun. In the morning, clouds were silently but swiftly tainted with shadows. That's interesting. So there really is a shadow that can disguise itself as a colleague. This is the end of Greystar. No, a shadow can't possibly attack us. It's a person. Who are you? As her consciousness began to blur, she heard the notification that the box of memories time was about to disconnect. The last thing she saw was a hazy figure.
すまない二人とも不本意だがそうせざるを得なかった
It would be rude to take victory away from the both of them now. However, that excellent colleague of yours didn't leave me more time to act. Considering how the organization has treated me all along, I guess we can call it even. The way to form entities originated from me. The Lantern organization spied on how I created the world and replicated it. That's how you obtained that counterfeit in your hands. But it's too early for me to read this now. Besides, the power to manifest falsehood is too closely associated with the 10 phases of misery. If I allow you to continue your investigation, maybe you could really discover the false truth that I'm about to create. Before all the chess pieces are in place, I must remove all elements that can expose the truth I discovered. So sleep tight, I will not hurt either of you for now. I will only take memories away from both of you. I sincerely hope that you will never meet Lantern again. Until true evil begins. Okay. I don't know who he is, but I didn't expect that this is that. But now a new style outfit. Magic Academic uniform. Yay. What? And more of this here. Okay, with this too, this one I need, and there's some more. Okay. Now in a time lapse until the end of the video, I will do everything up to floor, or try it up to floor 10 in a time lapse. And yeah. Either you watch the time lapse or I will see you in the next video. Yeah. So I didn't manage to win floor 10. For that I probably need one more day. I will probably do this outside of recording. Or maybe I record it and put it at the beginning or end of next video or this video. It depends. And but yeah. Nothing I can really do right now more. But yeah. With that we finish the event. Lantern Against Shadows. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I would be happy about a like, a sub, and a comment. What other things you would like to see, what I can do better, what you liked about the video. And yeah, I hope I see you all in the next video. Goodbye.